A. The beach.
Cliff, beach, rocks, waves, sand.
Many people spend their holiday at the coast, where there are a lot of seaside resorts, and they can go to the beach every day. Generally, people prefer beaches that are sandy, where you can go for a stroll along the shore in the sunshine. On the beach, you also sometimes get a breeze that blows off the sea.
B. Beach activities.
Volleyball is a popular beach game, and some people enjoy water sports such as surfing, windsurfing, or diving. If the sea is calm, you can go for a swim. But a lot of people just want to lie on the beach and sunbathe and get a nice tan or suntan. However, there are now worries about the dangers of sunbathing. People who lie in the sun without any protection can get sunburn, and worse still, they are at risk of getting skin cancer. Doctors now recommend that people do not sit in the sun without using sunscreen. It may be safer just to sit in the shade.
A. Newspapers.
Most papers are daily, which means that they come out every day. Some are national, others are regional. Some newspapers are published online. These are called e-papers. You can also get mobile editions. Magazines are usually weekly or monthly.
B. Contents of newspapers.
Reports. Pieces of writing about news items, written by reporters or journalists. For example, a report in the Times on or about a crime.
Articles. Pieces of writing about an important subject. For example, an article on or about drugs. Headlines. Titles written in large letters above reports or articles. For example, government loses vote. Reviews. Pieces of writing giving an opinion. For example, a review of a new book. Advertisements or adverts. Words and pictures about a product to make people buy it. For example, an advert for shampoo.
C. Television.
If you broadcast something, you send it out on TV, radio, or the internet. There are now many broadcasting companies and many programs. People watch the news, the weather forecast, documentaries, chat shows, a series, soap operas, reality TV shows.
D. Media reporting.
Many newspapers also have online forums where people can leave messages and discuss topics. News is also reported online through podcasts. For example, have you heard the latest business podcast on the CNN website? When we refer to something that someone has said or written, we do it in these ways. It said in the Times that the plane crashed in the sea. According to the news on TV last night, the plane crashed in the sea.
A. Starting a phone conversation.
The call on the left is between two friends, Joe and Lily. When British people answer the phone at home, they usually just say, hello. The call on the right is a more formal business call.
Hello?
Is that Joe?
Yeah.
Hi, it's Lily. Good morning, Chalfront Electronics.
Oh, could I speak to Jane Gordon, please?
Yes, who's calling, please?
My name is Paul Sharp from Bexel Plastics.
Right, Mr. Sharp. I'm putting you through.
Hello?
Mrs. Gordon?
Speaking.
B. Problems on the phone.
I tried to ring you this morning, but I think you were on the phone to your mother.
I gave her a ring this morning, but I couldn't get through. The line was engaged.
I think I dialed the wrong number this morning. I got a very angry person on the phone.
I left a message, for example, please ring me, on Dan's answer phone as he was out, but he never phoned me back, so I don't know if he got my message.
C. Phone numbers.
What's your home phone number? Also landline.
603 884.
What's your mobile number?
07723 259 369.
What's the emergency number for the police, fire or ambulance?
999.
What's the dialing code for the UK when you are phoning from Hungary?
0044.
D. Mobile phones and texting.
Many people use their mobile mostly or mainly for texting. Do you text your friends and family all the time? These are common text abbreviations.
ASAP. As soon as possible. BF. Boyfriend. GF. Girlfriend. B4. Before. Today. Today. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Letter Y. Why? PLS. Please. Letters CU. See you. IMO. In my opinion. FYI. For your information. Letter U. U. THX. Thanks. LOL. Laughing out loud. X. Kiss.
A. The computer.
Webcam. Screen. Printer. Microphone. Escape key. Spacebar. Keyboard. Mouse mat. Mouse. Memory stick. CD-ROM.
B. Using a computer.
After you have switched on your computer, you may need to log in or on with your username and enter your password. If you then double-click on an icon, you can open an application. Computers can store large amounts of information, but when you're working, it is important to back up the files you are working on so you don't lose the files if something goes wrong. To create a new document, select New from the File menu. You can copy and paste information from one file into another. If you save the document, you can print it out later. Or you can get a hard copy or a printout later. It is also important to save the document in case the computer crashes. Press the Escape key to exit.
C. FAQs or frequently asked questions about computers.
Do you have a PC or a laptop?
PC is short for personal computer. A laptop is a small computer that you can carry around.
What hard drive do you have?
The part inside the computer that stores large amounts of information, also hard disk.
What operating system are you using?
Computer software, for example, Windows or Mac OS that controls how the computer works.
Have you installed any new software?
Put new programs onto your computer.
What software applications are you running?
What software applications are you using?
Do you have antivirus software?
A virus is a program put on a computer to destroy or steal the information on it. Antivirus software is a program to stop a virus entering your computer.
A. Using email.
Think about the way you use email. How often do you check your email? How many emails do you send a week? Are they all essential? How many emails do you get every week? Do you read them immediately? How quickly do you reply to the emails you receive? Do you delete emails regularly? Do you get much spam? Have you got antivirus software? How often do you send or receive attachments?
B. Getting started on the Internet.
To go on the Internet, you need an ISP, Internet Service Provider, that will connect your computer to the Internet and give you access to email and other services. When you go online, you can then send and receive emails, or you can browse the Internet. You do this using a browser, such as Internet Explorer or Firefox. Many websites also have links. If you click on a link, it will take you to a different website, or move you from one part of the website to another.
C. Using the Internet.
Many people now have Internet access, and Internet use is changing all the time. These are common uses. Students search the Internet to help with their studies. People download information, pictures, music, video clips, etc. People buy books, clothes and food online, book their holidays online, take out insurance online, etc. People go to a website, select the item they want and click Add to Basket or Bag. When they have finished shopping, they go to checkout and pay for their items, usually with a credit card. Some people have a personal website to provide news about a particular subject or just write about events in their life. These are called blogs, and people who write them are bloggers. Some people just like to spend hours surfing the web. Some people spend a lot of time on social networking sites. On these sites, people post comments to their friends. Some people do a lot of instant messaging.
A. Different crimes. A crime is an activity that is wrong and not allowed by law. A person who commits a crime is a criminal. Crime, theft. Person, thief. Verb, steal or take something. Robbery, robber. Rob someone, a place. Burglary, burglar. Steal something, burgle, a place. Murder, murderer. Murder. Someone's stolen my handbag. Someone's taken my handbag. There's been another burglary in the area. I don't know who robbed me. Did you hear about the bank robbery yesterday? Our flat was burgled, but they only took money. Do they know who murdered the boy? B. Reporting crimes in the media.
2 women robbed a jeweller's shop in West London early this morning. They broke in around 7 o'clock and stole jewellery worth over £10,000.
The two men attacked Mr. Crawford while he was walking home yesterday afternoon. Police say the two men hit him in the face several times, then took his money and escaped through Bushy Park.
Detectives arrested a man this morning in connection with the murder of shop assistant Tracy Miles.
C.
Punishment. What a person must suffer if they do something wrong.
If you commit a crime and the police catch you, you will be punished. For minor offences, the punishment may only be a fine, but for serious crimes, you will have to go to court. If you are found guilty, you may be sent to prison. Synonym: jail. A. Elections in the UK.
When you vote for someone, you choose them by putting a cross, an X, on an official piece of paper, called a secret ballot because no one knows who you vote for, or by putting up your hand. In the UK, a general election is when the people elect the next government. These elections are held at least every 5 years. Each constituency elects one person from one political party. That person then becomes the MP, Member of Parliament, for that area, and the political party with the most MPs, there are 650 at the moment, forms the next government. The leader of the party in power is the Prime Minister.
B. Political policies.
People usually vote for a political party because they believe in the party's ideas, and these ideas become policies.
Vote for us, and we will provide free nursery education for all children.
Provide more care and support for elderly people.
Reduce unemployment.
Create a fair tax system.
Above all, we will treat people as equal.
A. The problem. Many greenhouse gases, for example, carbon dioxide, methane and ozone, exist naturally and are needed to create the greenhouse effect that keeps the Earth warm enough to support human life. However, the use of fossil fuels, such as oil, natural gas and coal, has produced excessive amounts of greenhouse gases, and the result is global warming, an increase in the average temperature on Earth. Of the 15 warmest years on record, 14 have occurred since 2000. The effects of climate change can already be seen in our everyday lives. Summers are getting hotter and winters are getting wetter, so drought and floods are becoming more common. With it, animal and plant life is suffering. Some species will disappear altogether, and certain illnesses, for example, hay fever, asthma and skin cancer, are becoming more common. To stop global warming from destroying our environment, we need to act now. B. The solution, or part of it.
To reduce global warming, the nations of the world will have to act together. In the meantime, individuals can also help.
6 ways to reduce global warming. Don't throw things away. Recycle paper, glass, plastic, etc., so it can be used again. Save energy. For example, switch off lights when you leave a room. Don't waste water. For example, turn off the tap when you are brushing your teeth. Change light bulbs for more energy-efficient ones. Drive less and walk more. Plant trees, because trees reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and so reduce greenhouse gases. A. The job of the army.
These men are soldiers, and they are carrying guns. They are members of an army, and part of the responsibility of an army is to defend their country from attack and to protect the people. Sometimes this means they have to fight the enemy. A long period of fighting is called a war. For example, the First World War, 1914 to 1918. And during a war, there will be a number of battles.
B. Reporting in war.
10 people were killed and many more were injured when a bomb exploded in the heart of the city. The attack happened just before midday and destroyed several buildings. The army are now searching the area where the attack took place. Most of the attackers escaped, but the army believe they may still be hiding in other parts of the city. During the attack, one soldier was shot and later died. It also appears that another soldier is missing. The number of deaths is expected to rise.
A. Phrases with time. We got to the meeting in time. My brother is always on time. It's time for us to go. Do you have time for a cup of coffee? Call me the next time you're in London. The weather was wonderful the last time we were there. Sophie and I arrived at the same time, 9 o'clock exactly. B. Time prepositions often confused.
I'll be here until 4:30. I won't leave before 4:30. I'll be there by 8:15. Not later than 8:15.
I've worked here for 6 months. 4 plus a period of time. For example, a week, 10 days, 2 years. I've worked here since May. Since plus a point in time in the past. For example, last Friday, March 2011.
I worked on a farm during the summer. This tells you when. I worked on a farm for a month. This tells you how long, not during a month.
I'm going back to Brazil in 10 days' time, not after 10 days.
C. Approximate periods of time, past, present, and future.
Past. I've known Lucia for ages. I haven't been to the dentist recently. I haven't been to the dentist lately. I saw Tom recently. I used to go skiing, but that was a long time ago. My sister went to the zoo the other day. Present. I don't see my brother much these days. Future. This dictionary's fine for the time being. I'm sure I'll go to America one day.
D. Counting time.
There are 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 2 weeks in a fortnight, 52 weeks in a year, 10 years in a decade, 100 years in a century.
E. Take and last. We use take to say how long we need to do something. It takes me half an hour to get to school. We can walk, but it'll take us a long time. We use last to talk about how long something continues from the beginning to the end. The course lasts for 10 weeks. How long does the film last? The battery in my camera didn't last long. A. Cardinal numbers.
379. 2,860. 5,084. 470,000. 2 million. 3 billion.
B. Dates.
With dates, we write them and say them in a different way. We can write 4 June or June 4th, but say the 4th of June or June the 4th. We can write 21 May or May 21st, but say the 21st of May or May the 21st. 1997, 2016 or 2016.
C. Fractions and decimals.
1 1/4, 1.25. 1 1/2, 1.5. 1 3/4, 1.75.
D. Percentages.
We say 26%. More than 50% of something is the majority of it. Less than 50% of something is the minority. The vast majority of the students, for example, 95%, agreed with the new plan. Only a small minority, for example, 5%, were unhappy.
E. Calculations.
There are 4 basic processes. Notice how they are said when we are working out the answer. Plus is addition. For example, 6 plus 4 equals 10. For example, 6 and 4 is 10. Minus is subtraction. For example, 6 minus 4 is 2. Times is multiplication. For example, 6 multiplied by 4 is 24. For example, 6 times 4 is 24. Division. For example, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Some people are not very good at adding up numbers and often get stuck if they have to work out something quite difficult. The easiest way is to use a calculator.
F. Saying 0.
0 can be spoken in different ways in different situations. Telephone number 603 449 or 603 449. Mathematics 0.7, 6.02 or 6.02. Temperature 10 degrees below zero or minus 10 degrees.
A. Distance. How far?
British people buy most things in meters, centimetres and millimetres, but they still often talk about distance using the old system of miles, yards, feet and inches.
How far's the post office?
About a mile away.
The nearest one is half a mile.
It's just round the corner.
About 100 yards up or down the road.
Is it far?
About 10 minutes walk.
At least a couple of miles.
Yes, it's quite a long way.
B. Dimensions. How long or wide?
Length, width, height, length, width, depth, deep end, shallow end.
We can ask about the dimensions like this. What's the length of the garage? Or, how long is the garage? It's 5 meters long. What's the width of the path? Or, how wide is the path? It's 1 meter wide. What's the height of the wall? Or, How high is the wall? It's 2 meters high. What's the depth of the pool? Or, how deep is the pool? It's 3 meters deep.
C. Size. How big or small?
We use a range of adjectives to describe the size of something. It was a very thick book, over 500 pages. Opposite, a thin book. Their living room is huge. We caught a giant crab. It was a very narrow road for a bus. Opposite, a wide road.
A. Objects and materials.
Object. A bell. Material. Metal. Description. Used in hotel receptions. A chair. Wood. An antique. A hat. Fur. Made from a real animal. A bone. Rubber. A toy for dogs. A flag. Cloth, for example, cotton. The Italian national flag. A shirt. Cotton. It has red stripes. A top. Silk. Beautifully soft and stylish. A sofa. Leather. Stylish. A ladder. Metal. Light and easy to carry. A tissue. Paper. A soft piece of paper that you use for cleaning your nose. A bucket. Plastic. Used to clean floors.
B. Shapes and colours.
A grey square. A pink star. A navy blue circle. A green semicircle. A purple heart. A round ball. A square box. Shoes with pointed toes.
A.
Containers and contents. The things inside something.
A bag of shopping. A bottle of apple juice. A jar of jam. A bowl of sugar. A jug of water. A box of chocolates. A packet of biscuits. A packet of crisps. A can of cola. A carton of orange juice. A tube of toothpaste. A vase of flowers. A tin of fruit. A bar of chocolate.
B. Quantities. The amount or number of something.
Just a drop of milk and no sugar in my coffee, please. I've cut 3 slices of beef. That should be enough for the sandwiches. I've cut 3 pieces of beef. That should be enough for the sandwiches. I took my boss a bunch of flowers when I visited her in hospital. I need a sheet of paper. I need a piece of paper. I need a bit of paper. Andrew bought 2 pairs of trousers and a pair of shoes yesterday. I bought a couple of books. We saw several churches on our way here. I bought half a dozen eggs at the supermarket. There are a dozen students in the class. Could I have a spoonful of sugar in my tea? We've got plenty of time. The company is now making the toys in large quantities.
A. Apologies with common replies.
We can apologise in different ways, in different situations.
I'm terribly, or really, sorry. I've forgotten your book.
Never mind. That's okay. I beg your pardon? I didn't see you there.
That's all right.
I'm sorry to disturb you. Don't worry. Come on in. I can finish this later.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I won't be long.
OK, fine.
Excuse me, I won't be a minute.
OK, fine.
I must apologise for the noise last night. That's all right. I understand. I'm really sorry I'm late.
Don't worry.
B. Excuses.
We often give an explanation or excuse after an apology. An excuse is a reason for the apology, which may or may not be true. These are excuses students might give for being late for class. I'm sorry I'm late for class.
There was a delay on the underground. There was a hold-up on the underground.
I was held up in traffic.
My train was cancelled and I had to wait half an hour for the next one.
I overslept.
C. Thanks and replies.
These are some common ways of thanking people, with typical replies.
Thanks very much.
Not at all. Or, that's okay.
I've brought your books.
Oh, cheers. Informal.
No problem. Informal.
I'll post those letters for you.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
A. Requests and replies.
Could you pass the salt?
Sure. No problem.
Could you possibly help me?
Yes, of course.
Naomi, I wonder if you could help me.
Sure.
I was wondering if you could lend me some money until tomorrow.
No, I'm afraid I can't.
B. Asking permission and replies. Could I possibly have a look at your magazine?
Yes, help yourself.
May I open the window? Could I open the window?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you mind if I watch TV?
No, go ahead.
C. Suggestions and replies.
What shall we do tonight?
We could try that new restaurant.
How about going to a club?
I don't mind. You choose.
Let's go to the cafe in the square.
Why don't we go and see a film?
Do you fancy listening to some music?
We can reply with different answers, from positive to negative. Yeah, that's a great idea. That sounds good. Yes, if you like. Yeah, I don't mind. No, I don't fancy that. I'd rather do something else.
A. Asking someone for their opinion.
What do you think of his new book? What do you think of Tom's girlfriend? What do you think about global warming? What do you think about cosmetic surgery? How do you feel about working with the others?
B. Introducing your own opinion.
Personally, I think Helena was probably right. Personally, I feel that we should increase the price. In my opinion, we need to change the direction of the company. My view is that we need to wait a bit longer. My feeling is that we need to wait a bit longer.
C. Giving the opinion of others.
The newspaper says that his death was not an accident. Not, it's written in the newspaper. According to the paper, the government didn't know about it.
D. Agreeing and disagreeing with someone. I totally agree with you. I partly agree with you. I agree with you to a certain extent. In British English, it is common to agree with someone before giving a different opinion. That's true, but I think I see what you mean, but I agree to some extent, but I think that's a good point, but I take your point, but E. Giving a strong opinion.
I feel very strongly about military service. I think everyone should do it.
I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely wrong.
I don't agree at all.
I disagree completely.
A. Likes and dislikes.
I love rock music.
So do I. Me too.
Really? I don't.
I'm really into dance music.
So am I. Me too.
Really? I'm not.
I like a lot of pop music.
So do I. Me too.
Do you? I hate it.
I quite like salsa and samba.
So do I. Me too.
Oh, I'm not very keen.
I don't mind jazz.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, I can't stand it.
I'm not very keen on folk music.
Neither am I. Me neither.
I can't stand classical music.
Neither can I. Me neither.
Really? I love it.
I hate opera.
So do I. Me too.
Really? I quite like it.
B. Attitudes and interests.
My attitude to a lot of things has changed over the years. I used to like chips. I used to play computer games, but now they don't interest me. I'm very interested in modern architecture, but I used to think it was awful. I used to go swimming a lot, but now I don't go at all. Mark and I used to have the same interests, but now it seems we have nothing in common.
It takes time to get used to living in a different country.
I didn't like my new glasses at first, but now I've got used to them.
I found the winters very cold at first, but you get used to it.
C. Which do you or would you prefer?
Which do you prefer in general, tea or coffee?
Well, I prefer coffee to tea in the morning, but in the afternoon I usually drink tea.
Tonight we can go to the cinema or the theatre. Which would you prefer?
I think I'd prefer to go to the cinema. I think I'd rather go to the cinema. A. Greetings. Saying hello.
When we are introduced to a stranger in a formal situation, we usually shake hands and say hello, or perhaps hello, nice to meet you. In an informal situation, we usually just say hello or hi. When we greet friends, there are no real rules in Britain. Men may kiss female friends on one cheek, on both cheeks, or not at all. Women may kiss male friends and female friends once, twice, or not at all. We usually say things like this.
Hello. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
Hi, how's it going? Hi, how are things?
Not so bad, thanks. And you? B. Farewells. Saying goodbye.
To someone we have just met for the first time, we can say, goodbye. Nice to meet you. With friends, we can say, bye. Cheers. Informal. Take care. Informal. Or see you soon. Or later. Or tomorrow, etc. When we say goodbye to a school or work friend on Friday afternoon, we usually say,
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, same to you. Not same for you.
C. Expressions for special situations.
excuse me, could I just get past?
Yes, of course.
It's your exam today, isn't it? Good luck.
Thanks, I'll need it.
Cheers!
Sue found my wallet and my credit cards.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Achoo!
Bless you. I hear you passed your exam. Congratulations.
Thanks.
A. With adjectives.
Prefixes, for example, un, dis, im, can be added to some adjectives to give the opposite meaning.
Happy, unhappy, honest, dishonest, possible, impossible, correct, incorrect, regular, irregular, legal, illegal. Dan used all the milk, but said he didn't. He's very dishonest. I got 8 answers right, but 2 were incorrect. It's illegal in the UK to ride a motorbike without a helmet.
B.
UN.
Of the prefixes in A, un is the most common and appears in a number of adjectives.
This chair is incredibly uncomfortable. It was unnecessary for them to wait for us. Xerxes, that's a very unusual name. I won the game. It was completely unexpected. Marcia's hat is unbelievable. We tried to open the door, but we were unable to get in. I need to do more exercise. I'm very unfit. Declan played well, and I thought he was unlucky to lose. They're unlikely to get here before midday. The test was unfair because some of the students had more time to do it than others.
C. With verbs. With some verbs, these prefixes can have particular meanings.
dis, the opposite of something.
I disagree with the others. The plane appeared in the sky, then it disappeared behind a cloud.
un, the opposite of an action.
I couldn't unlock the door this morning. We had to get undressed in the cold. I unpacked the bags. Over. Too much. The bank overcharged me.
mis, do something incorrectly.
I misunderstood what he said. I'm afraid my English isn't very good. I misheard her. I thought she said Rita, not Brita.
re, again.
The teacher has asked me to rewrite my essay. A.
Verb and noun suffix.
Suffixes are used at the ends of words. They often tell you if a word is a noun, a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. 2 suffixes which form nouns from verbs are ion, I-O-N, and ment, M-E-N-T. Verb, invent. Noun, invention. Discuss, discussion. Translate, translation. Relax, relaxation. Improve, improvement. Govern, government. Manage, management. Develop, development. His latest invention is a new board game. The management has to change. Relaxation will help you to sleep better. I need money for more development. We had a discussion about politics. We need an improvement in the weather.
B.
Adjective and noun suffix.
The suffixes ness, N-E-S-S, and ity, I-T-Y, often form nouns from adjectives. Adjective, weak, opposite, strong. Noun, weakness. Happy, happiness. Ill, illness. Fit, fitness. Stupid, opposite, intelligent, clever. Stupidity. Popular, popularity. Similar, similarity. Able, ability, opposite, inability. What is his main weakness as a manager? Fortunately, it wasn't a serious illness. Snowboarding is growing in popularity. There is a similarity between them. I'm frustrated by my inability to use computers. Her happiness is all that matters to me.
C. E-R, O-R, and I-S-T.
These suffixes can be added to nouns or verbs. They often describe people and jobs. Er, ballet dancer, pop singer, professional footballer. Or, company director, translator, film actor. Ist, I-S-T. Artist, for example, Picasso. Economist, scientist.
Common suffixes that form adjectives include A-B-L-E, comfortable, A-L, musical, Y, cloudy, O-U-S, famous, and I-V-E, attractive. A-L.
Adjectives ending al are usually formed from nouns and often mean relating to the noun.
For example, a musical instrument, from music. A political issue, from politics. An electrical fault, related to electricity. A personal opinion, the opinion of one person.
Shichi-go-san, meaning 753, is an annual ceremony in Japan for 3- and 7-year-old girls and 3- and 5-year-old boys. It is on November 15th, but it is not a national holiday, so people often have it on the nearest weekend. 7, 5, and 3 are seen as important years in the growth of a child, and the numbers also have cultural significance because odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. are lucky in Japan. This is one of the special days when the older boys and girls are allowed to wear traditional clothes, a kimono for girls and hakama trousers for boys. Now it is quite normal for children to wear Western-style clothes at this ceremony. The children visit a shrine and are then given special sweets called chitose ame by their parents.
B.
able. This suffix forms adjectives from nouns and verbs, and the prefix un often forms the opposite.
An enjoyable party. A comfortable chair. Opposite, uncomfortable. A suitable word or phrase. A reliable service. Reliable information. Fashionable clothes. A reasonable decision or price. A sociable person. Sometimes the opposite form is the more common adjective. An unforgettable experience. An unbelievable story.
C.
FUL and LESS. The suffix FUL means full of or having the quality of the noun. For example, a colourful room has a lot of colour in it. A helpful person gives a lot of help. A peaceful place is calm and quiet. The opposite meaning is sometimes formed by adding the suffix LESS to the noun. A useful machine. Opposite, a useless machine. A painful injection. Opposite, a painless injection. A careful driver. Opposite, a careless driver.
A. Formation.
We form compound nouns by putting 2 or 3 words together to create a new idea. Compound nouns are very common in English. Ice hockey is a game of hockey played on ice. Public transport is transport that can be used by the public. A campsite is a site for camping. A babysitter is someone who looks after young children when their parents go out. Income tax is money you pay to the government out of your income. Your mother tongue is the first language you learn as a child. A travel agent is someone whose job is to make travel arrangements for you. A filmmaker is someone who makes films for the cinema or television. A full stop is a punctuation mark at the end of a sentence. A haircut is the act of cutting someone's hair. For example, that boy needs a haircut.
DJ, disc jockey, hairdresser, hairdryer, wheelchair, toothpaste, toothbrush, sunglasses, chest of drawers, crossroads, cash point, traffic lights, earrings.
B. One word or 2.
Some compound nouns are written as one word. For example, wheelchair. A few are written with a hyphen. For example, t-shirt. Many are written as 2 words. For example, credit card, bus stop. Use a dictionary to check if necessary.
C. Pronunciation.
The main stress is usually on the first part. For example, haircut or income tax. But sometimes it is on the second part. For example, public transport, full stop. Use a dictionary to check if necessary.
D. Forming new compounds.
One part of a compound often forms the basis for a number of compound nouns. Airport. For example, Heathrow. Airline. For example, Lufthansa, KLM. Aircraft. For example, Airbus A380. Bus driver. Bus stop. Bus station. ID card. Identity card. Credit card. Birthday card.
A. What do we mean by word partners?
If you want to use a word naturally, you often need to know other words that are commonly used with it. These are called word partners or collocations, and they can be different from language to language. For example,
I spent time in Paris. Not, I passed time in Paris. I missed the bus. Not, I lost the bus. We have children. Not, we get children. I made a mistake. Not, I did a mistake. It was a serious injury. Also, a serious illness. It's quite likely that we'll stay here. It depends on my parents. Not, it depends of my parents.
B. Verbs and nouns.
There are many verbs and nouns that are often used together. Pavel told me a joke, but I can't remember it. I need to lose weight. The doctor told my father that he should go on a diet. It's very difficult to predict the future. We won the game 2-1, and my brother scored the first goal. My neighbour's alarm went off in the middle of the night. They fell in love and got married. Now Emily is expecting a baby.
C. Adjectives and nouns.
Many adjectives and nouns are often used together. These are all examples where the meaning is big or a lot, but where we usually use a particular adjective. We've got a large number of students this year. We've got a large number of tourists this year. Opposite, a limited number, a small number. I will need a large amount of money. There's a wide choice of food available. Opposite, a limited choice, a narrow choice. Sergio has a wide vocabulary in English. Opposite, a limited vocabulary. It's only a toy gun, but it makes a very loud noise. Her family is of great importance to her. We went to a party last night, and it was great fun. There was heavy traffic on the motorway going out of town. Opposite, light traffic.
D. Adverbs and adjectives.
The adverbs in the first 3 sentences mean very. The adverbs in the last sentence mean fully or completely. In each case, the adverbs and adjectives are common word partners. I'm terribly sorry I'm late. She's well aware of the problem. It's vitally important that we get the right person for the job. Ava is fast asleep, but the other 2 are still wide awake.
A. What are fixed phrases?
There are many groups of words which you need to learn as complete phrases, because they often have a meaning which is different from the words on their own. Many of these are called idioms. They arrived out of the blue. Does the name merchant ring a bell? You'll have to make up your mind soon. Some fixed phrases are easier to understand, but the same idea may be expressed in a different way in your language. I think we'll have to get rid of some of this furniture. I'm afraid I can't talk to you now. I'm just about to leave. I don't know what Martin said, but Natalie burst into tears. She was very upset. Everyone was there, apart from Yasmin.
B. Time phrases.
He's leaving in 4 days' time. I got here the week before last. The course is fine so far. I rang our local doctor and fortunately she was able to come at once. He's so busy at work, he comes home late night after night.
C. Pairs of words.
A number of fixed phrases consist of two words, usually joined by and sometimes or. I go to the theatre now and again. Andy had 1 or 2 suggestions. I've got a house in the country, and I like to go there whenever possible, for a bit of peace and quiet. I've been up and down the street, but I can't find their house. I've been to Paris once or twice. I'll finish this report sooner or later.
D. Introducing advice, opinions, etc.
Many fixed phrases are used to introduce advice, an opinion, an example, etc. If I were you, I'd accept the job they offered you. In general, the summers are quite warm in this part of the country. There were lots of questions. For instance, how much will it cost? I'm sure you'll have a great holiday. By the way, what time does the train leave? Used to introduce a new subject to the conversation. To be honest, I didn't like her boyfriend very much. Used to say what you really think.